Hey everyone, it's Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to clone Windows from our hard drive and our SSD to a new SSD. So you'll probably be updating your drive to like M.2 NVMe SSD or something like that. And this is actually really easy to do and should only take about 30 minutes to an hour to complete this process. Now, one of the difficult parts is if you're transferring from NVMe to NVMe, well, you might need to go ahead and clone it twice from an old drive to a new drive. Otherwise, you can go on Amazon. You can buy something like this, and this is it's like an external uh, NVMe slot. So if I look at this, I can go to it, and you can put your NVMe drive into here, and then just plug it in with a USB. This would work too, and these are only like $20. So this one's what? It was 40 marked down. But this will allow you to copy your old drive to your new drive without having to copy it twice. So I'm just going to like copy it over from one of these. So plug it into your computer, and then we should be able to start this process. So it's not too difficult. Now, the first thing you want to go ahead and do is go to your computer, and we want to get some software. Now, this is going to be completely free software. You don't have to worry about it. But the first one is going to be called Disk Genius. So let's just go to google.com. And once we're under google.com, go to Disk Genius and just type this in. And when we have this opened up, we can just go to this website and we can download it right here. So what Disk Genius does is allows us to delete partitions from our old drive or our drive, and then we can simply copy it over and clone it. So sometimes you might be running into an issue where you're not able to delete something with just the software that came with your PC. So that is why I like Disk Genius. So I can go to my old drive. Let's find out my old drive, and we got to make sure we're deleting everything from our old drive. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Now, if you do have a new drive, however, well, you should be able to just plug it in and just start copying over without too much effort. So let's go to my drive here and just find out which one I'm going to be doing. So I got the CS900 1 TB. Okay, I think that is the one I want to go ahead and do. So we can just get a closer look. So currently this is the Windows drive. I can see Windows is on it because of this Windows symbol right here. If I go to the top drive, there's nothing on there. It's just blank. And then you can see I got like the Windows C, Windows Recovery. So I know this is the Windows drive. So I'm going to be copying this drive. And then here's my new drive. I could start copying right now because it's already deleted. But I'm just going to right click on it. Make sure you have the correct drive because you don't want to delete something by accident. So let's go to where it says delete all partitions. So if I can find that under here, here it is, delete all partitions, go to yes. And then save it on the top. So this is very important. If you don't save it, it's not going to take effect. So let's save it and then go to yes. Accept it. And now we should be able to allocate the space. So let's go on down to search. Type in disk. Create and format hard disk permissions. So just type in disk down here on search. And we should be able to open this up. And once we have it opened up, it should be a lot easier. This little box will open now. And we have to locate. So this is disk 0 for me. So you might have to scroll through here a little bit more. So I want to assign this a drive volume now. So you could try deleting it through here. It could simply work, but sometimes your Windows system will add system files to a different drive if you've been using it a while, and that's why you won't be able to delete it at all just with disk management. So that's why I like Disk Genius. So let's go to new volume and then just assign a letter here. I guess H is fine. NTFS, yeah, that'll work. And then go to finish. Okay. So this is the drive I'm going to be copying everything over to. Could be a new drive. You might have to, once you pop it in here, you'll have to allocate some space to it, just like I just did. Now we have this healthy drive on here. Everything is good. And I'm going to be copying disk 1 over to disk 0. And I already cloned this. So that's why disk 1 for my Windows drive. All right, now we're going to want to get some other software. And this is going to be called, it's like Macrium Reflect. You can see it right here. So let me just go to Google, type this in. And this is free software too. Macrium Reflect. And this will make your process so much easier. So let's go to this. And you're going to have to sign up with your email address, but just go to free trial. Scroll on down. Go to download free trial right here. And just sign up. Choose 64-bit on your window. I don't think anyone really runs 32-bit anymore. Not a lot of people. But once you sign up with the email address, it should allow you to download it. And then let's open up the software. Go to yes for this permission that pops up. And then I can close this down. Close this down. And then let's look at this. Then you can see this little option right here. It says clone this drive. And there's some other options under here too. Like if you need to delete partitions or stuff, it would probably work well with this software too. But DiskGenius is just easy. I like that. I've been using it. So let's go to clone this drive. Now, it's not going to say the correct drive on here. Make sure it's the Windows drive. This is the one I want to clone to. So I'll select a different drive. Here's my Windows drive. You can see with all these different Windows symbols on it. Now it's on the top. Then let's go to the drive we want to clone to. This is the one I just did. All right. So I have the setup. And at this point, I mean, like, if you just download the Macrium Reflect software, you should probably be good because, look, it gives you the option to erase the disk, delete the partition right here, just like we did with DiskGenius. So it's up to you if you want to do that. I like it just because it doesn't give me any problems deleting things. And then select the top one and go to next. And then we can go to next. You don't need to schedule anything. Here's a summary. Go to finish. And then go to OK. And we need to go to check for this and go to continue. It's going to delete everything off that drive. And if you see it going through the progress bar right now, that means everything is working. And it's going to give you an estimated amount of time. And I highly suggest you delete any kind of video games prior to this startup. Otherwise, it's going to take a lot longer to copy everything over. So if you got a bunch of like 100 gigabyte, 200, you got like 2 terabytes of stuff on your drive you're trying to copy over from, it's going to take a long time. So I suggest you delete all those games. So you can see this is going to take about 26 minutes for about 400 gigabytes. So if you got about a terabyte, that's probably going to take you about an hour, 2 or 3, depending on which drive you're copying into. If you got an old hard drive, that's going to take a long time. So go to like settings right here. Go to apps and delete any of these apps or games that you have. You can go through the different drives right now, and you can see if you have anything installed on it. Now, if you got something installed through Steam, you can do that too. Go to Steam. I'm assuming people use Steam. Let's go to settings and then go to storage. And then just choose your drive under here. So I got this drive and I got Rust on here. So, I mean, I'm going to be copying over Rust. That's not a big deal. All right. So let's go on to the next step and launch this into BIOS menu because this is going to be completed real soon. And once it's done, launch it into the BIOS menu. And then you should be good to go. So you want to go down to start. Once it completes, don't do it now. Go to settings. Go to Windows Update. Go to advanced options. And then go to recovery. And go to restart now. And this will launch us into the BIOS menu. So this should launch us into a blue screen after this please wait goes away. And then we can just select troubleshoot advanced options, UEFI firmware settings. So go ahead and just do this. So much easier unless you know the actual key for your BIOS menu and you can launch into it a couple times without problem. Otherwise, I just keep restarting my computer like 10 different times trying to guess what it is. All right, so now you may see the buttons down here, so just remember this in the future. Mine is delete BIOS setup. So I have to press the delete key when my computer restarts. and I can enter the BIOS menu a lot easier than doing this. This method usually takes about 2.5 minutes from, when you hit the start menu to actually get into BIOS. But you could just read down here, since you'll be probably paused at this for a moment, and you can figure out the button to enter BIOS real easy. Now let's go down to Troubleshoot, Advanced Options, UEFI Firmware Settings, Restart. Now you probably see this restart screen again, where you can enter the BIOS menu. Just ignore it, but you can read it and just get the information off there if you want, if you didn't get it the first time. Now you're going to see another black screen right here, and then we should be able to launch directly into the BIOS menu without having to press a single button on our keyboard, just on our mouse. So you won't see that very long. Now under here, we want to find the section to update this. So let's go to the BIOS right here. So you might see an option under like save and quit for boot override. Ignore that. We want to go to BIOS, boot option, and we might have to press enter on our keyboard. And then choose your new drive that you just cloned. So it might be your NVMe. Mine is the Samsung SSD 980, 1 terabyte. Ended up getting that free in the mail somehow. I guess someone misdelivered it, or I don't know, and they didn't want it back. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and select my new SSD that I just got in the mail from Amazon, and then I'm gonna choose this and then go to save and exit. So once you have your new drive selected, we can now wipe the data from the old drive, and it should boot from our new drive. So hopefully this video did indeed help you guys out. If it did, leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below.